Hi everyone and welcome to Sultan Sanctuary NG Plus walkthrough. This is part 12 and this walkthrough is going to have 18 parts, guys, because I already finished the game. I hope it's not I hope it's not too confusing for people who just want to progress through the game, because I did get some optional bosses, and I did visited some different areas. I didn't get to 100% progress route, you know, exclusive progress route, since I wanted to show some places, some extra places. I'm not going to show Mal's floating castle though, because I already made a video on how you should get there, and I think that if I should go to Mal's floating castle, I will be repeating the same process on how to get there. Besides, in the video that I show how to get there, it's actually, you know, there is not much in the castle. There is a sanctuary, I think, or a shrine, and then the boss fight, and it's just the boss fight. So I'm going to show you the boss fight, but I'm not gonna show you how to get there, so I don't keep making extra parts when I already have a video on how to get there. On top of that, the Mal boss fight is not actually that tough. Not really, it's not one of the toughest boss fights. I guess I want to talk a little about some news in video games. I just watched the trailer for Gears of War 4, and I actually fucking hated it. I guess the story goes that the fucking protagonist is the son of Marcus, and I guess that's fine. I mean, they have to give it some continuity, I guess. Even though the game doesn't really need a really on-point story, you know, because it's just a third-person shooter. It's not fucking Uncharted, you know, that needs a lot of character development and stuff like that, and it's just a third-person fucking shooter. I mean, it's great at what it does. Gears of War, I mean, it's great, but it doesn't really diversify. I mean, it's just a really good third-person shooter. It's not a really good story, and the character actually is the character development in the game, or characters, are horrible. Actually, it's just really poor writing. But the gameplay is great, so that's all that matters. I don't think a lot of video game enterprises can do what Naughty Dog does. For example, I think what they did with The Last of Us is actually outstanding. That game is, I think I mentioned it before. I'm just gonna say it again. I think Last of Us is a fucking miracle. I really do. It's a game that is like top-notch storytelling, top-notch character development, and on top of that, the gameplay is just a lot of fun and suspenseful and frightening, and some later action parts are actually a lot of fun too, and that's my death of today, as you can see. It's such a fantastic video game. It's such a fantastic accomplishment. It has stealth that it works. It has action, third-person action that it works, melee action. It has a third-person shooter section that are actually really good. The artificial intelligence feels when they need, you know, when there are human characters, they feel human. That, like the type of brutal melee and shooter sections are really gritty and feel real, and the artificial intelligence doesn't feel stupid at any time. And the monster design, when you have those parts when everything is dark and you have to be careful and stuff like that, and you have to stealth through, it's really it's really tense and really suspenseful. It's a fucking awesome game. It's a masterpiece actually. I really think so. I really think it's a masterpiece of modern time. Such a good game, and I hope they actually do something like that with Uncharted 4. I'm kind of frightened by the idea that Uncharted 4 is going to be the last Uncharted. I mean, they teased this idea a lot of times, and I think it's the last part in the story. So yeah, maybe we're gonna get a little sad in Uncharted 4. I don't know. It feels like the ending is going to be something big, right? So I don't know anything about the game, about the story. I'm just kind of thinking about it. It's coming up in May. I'm going to be playing it. I'm going to be sharing my first playthrough somehow. I don't know if it's going to be a stream, if I can, or I'm just going to record some good action scenes and stuff like that. Not spoilers, but action scenes, combat pieces, and set pieces. And just going to show you the combat and set pieces of my first playthrough. I mean, because later I'm going to do the brutal difficulty walkthrough or playthrough. If it has brutal, right? I don't think it was confirmed, but it was. I think it was teased as it was going to be included. I hope so. If not, I'm going to do a walkthrough on crushing, but I really hope it's brutal. So this is the boss fight of this area. It's called the Bloodless Prince, and he's just a fucking giant, and it's not really that hard. As you can see, he repeats a lot of his attacks. Like one of his hardest hitting attacks is one that he does kind of like an horizontal sweep with his hands, and that's the one that hit me and can actually hit me again. And maybe another attack that is kind of dangerous is when he stomps with his feet, which you should get away when he does that. You shouldn't be dodging through his body like I'm doing here. See, when he does that, you should get away. Oh, in that attack, I don't know how I dodged that, but when he jumps and lands like his entire body on top of you, you have to be really tight with the roll. There we go. He's dead. It's not difficult. It's not a difficult boss fight. Vanquished. So, a lot of Souls themes in this game, and I have to say it again because a lot of people think that this is some sort of ripoff of Dark Souls. I think the game has a lot of personality to stand on its own 2 feet. And I also think this is a huge homage to Souls games. Like that cannot be perceived in any other manner. I mean, oh, this is an NPC, an important NPC. I'm just going to tell you that this NPC is related to the second ending in the game. There are only 2 endings, and you need to talk to that NPC in several areas to trigger the second ending. Now, I said this walkthrough wasn't going to be about NPCs, but it's not really that hard to get the ending, guys. It's the Scarecrow, which is just going to call it Scarecrow. He appears in several places where you have visited before. I think I'm going to die here. Yeah, there we go. Second death in the video. So there we go. I just edited right where we left off almost. These fucking spiders are really a nuisance, and I think I'm going to rush this area because these split swordsmen are really fucking dangerous. When they come like more than one against you, you have to parry these guys because they're really fucking dangerous. You can see I'm kinda used to parrying already in this game, but it has a. It depends on the animations of the enemies, of course. You can't parry every single enemy and the boss fights. I don't think you can actually parry any boss fight, but I wouldn't be sure. I try to parry many of them, mostly the ones that are not huge fucking monsters. And I didn't get any parry, but I could be mistaken. I don't know. The game is kind of new, and it has like the vibe of a Souls game, you know, in the same manner as you know, that you have to build a community and kind of share the secrets. And people are still finding stuff about this game. Secret stuff or things that the game doesn't actually explain. So it's kind of early to know everything. I kind of did this walkthrough because I really love the game. But that doesn't mean that I know everything. And I'm sorry about the noises, guys. I'm recording actually really late in the night. But yeah, this is a fucking issue. Like. My city used to be a lot quieter, and I'm talking like Batman, you know, my city. But yeah, my city used to, when I was a kid, this city used to be a lot more like a town, not a small town, but like a town. It was quieter, and it was a lot quieter actually, and kinda not less developed. I was going to say less developed, but not really. But it was quieter, especially the zone where I live, which is like 20 blocks from the big buildings and the, you know, all the movies and the shops and the shopping malls and stuff like that. 20 blocks is not really far away, so it's kind of comfortable. So it was always comfortable for me to walk with my friends and stuff like that, and go to bars or the movies and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't actually like the city anymore as much as I did. It has become quite like a huge city now, and the place where I live is really noisy. Like all the fucking day and all the fucking night, cars are like going by. It has become like a kind of metropolis, little metropolis here, and it's kind of annoying. I don't know. I don't really like the fucking noise all the fucking time. I really dislike that. And hearing the cars all fucking night, I don't really like that. I used to love the city actually. At first, not as much. I kind of thought about the city as too quiet, you know. You always kind of protest against something, but I guess I always like the capital more than my city, and it was too quiet for me, and now it's too noisy. So there's no middle ground here, I guess. So we're gonna end this video, guys, and when I get to the next area, the sanctuary. I think we're gonna visit a sanctuary. Yeah. As you can see, I can dash through the air with the last brand, and there we go. We activate the sanctuary, and in the next video, guys, as always, we're gonna fight another boss fight, and we're gonna continue with the progress of the game. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.